Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 19 of Hey Listen. I'm your host, Cole Annoying Navi. I'm here with my co-host, Zach, also known as...
ZRPG. Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
And we have a special guest, Pestro. That is your real name.
That is indeed my real name. No, it's not, but
Parents must have hated you.
yeah, but it would be pretty cool though.
His real name is Possessor.
No, my real name is actually Batman, so that's it.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Not as good as Pestro, but okay. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for having me, by the way.
We enjoy having people. So,
For breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Speaking of Possessor, though, can you guys guess from which game that's from?
well, it looks kind of pixely. I would guess Genesis. And
No,
maybe
it's not.
You don't
he has a
want that.
blindfold on, so obviously it's a porno. And white hair, probably Japanese. Gonna guess. I don't know.
It's obviously zero tolerance to the game.
Obviously, yeah. That's it.
Nice. All right.
Wait, how'd you know this? Have you two been talking previously? I'm confused.
I'm wrong. I'm late.
What?
Alright, so this is episode 19, and today we can start things off with, wow, I didn't even update the outline properly. Oh
It's
yeah,
alright.
I did? Okay, I did. We can start things off with some listener feedback and questions. You think we got any listener feedback?
Not even the slightest. Maybe Zavin
We
went out there and...
We kind of did, but I don't think on the episode, so we'll save that for later on, like, the specific episode. But we do have a question because I asked it on Twitter, and we got one person who asked a question.
And what is his name? I don't know. I'm trying to word that differently.
Skating Game 15 on Twitter.
That guy?
He was a guest on episode 2, and he hasn't listened since. I don't know. I'm guessing he hasn't listened since. But he says, with the recent gun control craze, do you guys believe video game violence can affect children's minds in any way? Cole?
It depends. Probably not. Most likely not. I'd say there's probably a good 99.7% chance that it probably won't. And that is my answer, Bob.
Bob.
I don't know.
What about you, Pestro?
You know, this is such an ancient question, in my opinion. I mean, this has been, same thing has been said about movies and books and whatever in the past. So, no, I think it's all bogus.
Yeah, they're just trying to find something to blame.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, what I think it is, it's mental health care, I guess you could say. Because I even have people in my family that have mental health problems, and the way that they're handled, the way that they're, I guess, helped out by doctors and stuff, it's not very efficient. They don't do it for what they need to do for their patients. And I think that's really where things need to be improved. And also the general look of society, I guess, where we need to stop being so judgmental and stuff. I think we need to be more caring, I guess you could say. Because, I mean, if people were maybe more accepting of these people, then maybe they wouldn't be so upset with us. That's what I'm thinking, though. Am I wrong? Anyways.
I just did that on purpose. Made it sound.
Yeah, same here.
So for me, I agree it doesn't really affect you at all, because like even the I feel like the ratings don't really give it that much accuracy either on the age, because I've seen 10-year-olds playing like Call of Duty and even Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, like,
definitely.
and they're
Yeah.
like but
our generation grew up with Grand Theft Auto Vice
yeah.
City. That was the game that was the Super Mario World of our generation, really.
hmm But
I
Yeah.
mean,
but like I've talked to 10-year-olds who play games like
COD.
that, and yeah, and they're still like perfectly nice and like normal 10-year-olds who can still get enjoyment out of stupid things. But
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it was the same, like, back in the 90s as well. I remember when I was a kid. Like, I remember, for example, a friend of mine. I remember when the first like PC game from like that was, you're supposed to be 18 to buy it, came out, and a friend of mine, we were like 10 at the time, and he was like, "Oh man, look what I just bought!" Just walked into the store, slapped down the cash, and that's it. So.
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
didn't just recently, isn't it a thing that like Obama funded like more studies on video game
Yep.
violence? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened was Joe Biden, he I guess had like a conference with the CEOs of like EA and
Huh.
Blizzard and all these bigger video game companies. So I guess they had a talk or something. I don't know what necessarily happened. Honestly, I think it's just a complete waste of time, but that's already a given.
hmm
But I don't know. He's vice president. He's probably not doing anything too important anyways. Let's be honest. I don't know. The vice president, they don't really do too much, really.
Okay. Seems like you
So
have some insight.
I I'd like to think so, but I can't talk about that.
All right. Well, there's our answer, Jordan. So enjoy that.
Mhm.
Now, on to the crap
He's
we've
not.
been
Wait.
doing segment. What?
He's not even gonna listen to this. Let's be honest. He was just asking a question just to be nice.
I know. We
All right.
appreciate that, though, even though you're
Yeah.
not listening. So it doesn't even matter that we appreciate it.
Not it. Not. Nope. Not at all.
All right. So, crap we've been doing segment. Anything interesting going on in real life? Not much. I've been watching this show called Impractical Jokers a lot. Have you ever seen this show?
Yeah, I love that show. I will
I love it.
say they are a little bit too obnoxious for me, but it's still enjoyable. I don't know. They're interesting. It's a bunch of like overweight guys trying to harass people.
They're not all overweight.
I don't, well,
You make it
well,
sound like
there's
it's a show about like a bunch of fat people. No.
well, it,
But
are you sure?
so for those who don't know about it, it's basically these guys who are like they have to do different challenges out in public, like embarrassing challenges, like things like one of the things was she had to get someone to have a meeting in the bathroom with him, just a random person, and another one was he had to one of the people had to pick another person's nose and things like that.
Yeah.
It's random challenges, and then after each challenge, the people who can't pull it off, they're a loser, and the one who's got the most losses at the end of the episode, they have to do a loser challenge.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that's pretty hilarious. And I've been watching a lot of Family Feud and Minute to Win It, stuff like that, because we
Ugh,
just got like we just got Game Show Network. That's a really fun network to watch with
no,
family. Come on,
no, Family Feud. Ugh.
what's wrong with Family
Why would
Feud?
you want to watch that?
What's
That's
wrong with it?
like that's what's wrong. It's so boring. That's like one step away from like watching like Discovery Channel and actually being interested. Well, actually, I like Discovery Channel, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You're
Wheel
terrible.
of Fortune, maybe.
Exact no game shows. I can not get into. They are atrocious.
I don't appreciate that. Steve Harvey. He's a good host.
Whatever you say. It's all right though.
Well, nothing really interesting has happened over the past week. I have a lot of stuff coming up though. We have a certain special thing we have to do for the podcast later, and then we've also got I've also got another game night coming, which we haven't with me and my friends in real life. We haven't done one in a while, so we're gonna try to get back into that. And I'm gonna do more driving too, so we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
Nice.
So, have you been on the road yet, or is it just still like parking lots? Or
Still parking lot stuff.
I see.
We haven't been able to find any good spots, so
Now,
like I've got the
who's
parking down. What?
who's like driving with you? Is it your brother, your mom, dad?
My
What's going
mom.
on? Mom? All right.
She's like the best at driving in my
Hmm.
family. But
Okay.
yeah. So anything going on with you, Pestro? Anything interesting to note going on in your life?
Well, I got a couple of things. One thing, I've actually this is just in my spare time. I've been working on a shmup game actually, just programming.
Ooh.
Because yeah, I mean I love programming and you know that's what I do. So I always love to have like a programming project on the side where you know there's no deadlines, there's nothing like that. So
Now, what are you programming? Like, are you using like Java or something? Or
for this game I'm doing it in C++, OpenGL.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I want to. Where would you suggest like to learn these? Like, is this part of your job or something, or is this just like a side thing?
Oh, this is just a side thing, like in my
Uh-huh.
spare time. But I do work as a programmer.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. But you know, I was just it's kind of hard to say. You know, I started off when I was like 13, I think, and I started off with Java, and then just you know progressively learn more and more. And I'd say Java is a pretty good starting point because it kind of teaches you like how to think when you're programming, and it kind of also teaches you a bit about object-oriented programming in general. So I'd say that's a pretty good like starting point. But if you want to do like a, you know, if you just want to make a game, if that is your focus, as
Yeah.
opposed to you know learning how to program, I would suggest either going with Unity 3D, which is kind of a, because if you use that, you don't really need to know how to program at all. It's basically like you draw stuff, you drag and drop them like into the program, and you say like this should move to the left. You know, it's very like it's geared towards people who are creative, who like the creative aspects of making a game. So I'd suggest that that's a really good if you just want to get something out there, and you can also publish the game for like an iPhone or for Android or Windows
Oh, yeah,
or
that's
whatever you
cool.
would like. So it's cross-platform. It's pretty good. Otherwise, there's also like if you know, for example, if you just want to do something for Windows or Xbox, there's Microsoft has XNA, which is a framework that you could use, and it's really easy to use, and it's really easy to get something out there quickly. And I think actually that's what a lot of the Xbox indie games were made on. So that's really good if you just want to get something quick out there, pretty
Yeah, I'll
much.
definitely look into that.
But
That's
you know,
interesting.
there's actually a topic in the Audio and Gamers section on Pete's Gamer Forum called Programmers That Listens to AGG. And I pretty much wrote a novel in there. So I'd encourage you to check that out if you have any questions.
Yeah, I definitely will. Thank you.
But I mean, yeah, this is just like in my spare time because me trying to make my dream shmup, pretty much. So.
Oh, I forgot to mention that I picked I started picking my classes for next year just today, I think. Yeah. And I think I'm probably gonna do Java as one of my electives.
Wait, you can what? You can you have Java as an elective?
Yeah.
Thanks you so much.
That's cool.
That's like I'm taking web page design, which is very basic coding with HTML.
Mhm.
So I'd like to think that's maybe like a good introduction because it's just so easy. So
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know. I want to get into this coding world.
yeah, definitely. Like I said in that thread, like there's mainly like two routes that I think you can go really. I mean, you could either go towards like internet and making something like yeah, I mean, you could go that type of route, and then there's also like to create physical apps like video games, for example, like that runs actually on a physical machine. So I mean, there's those two types, I would say.
With
You can go.
Unity, what's called Unity?
Yeah, it's
Unity
called
3.
Unity 3D, I think.
If
I
I,
can
yeah,
double check that.
what would I be able to like actually make with that though? Like, do you know if I could make like I don't know how in depth the game? Like, if I were to make something, would it all look like RuneScape 1.0 or something?
Oh no no no! You know, there's a lot of games that have been made on
Uh-huh.
Unity actually, and
Really?
you can also they have like a couple of sample games that you could check out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd suggest maybe checking those out and see if it's anything that appeals
Mm-hmm.
to you. But basically, you can make essentially a pretty advanced game, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, I mean the only difference is really that you don't have like in-depth control over like
Mm-hmm.
if you want like a specific type of particle effect or something that's specific. You can't really do that in Unity. It's more general, I'd say. Like it has its share of stuff that you could use
Mm-hmm.
pretty easily. But to be honest, I'm no expert at it because I've only just tried out the trial version, so I can't really speak too much about it. But it's pretty easy to use, and you can definitely make some cool stuff in there for sure.
Yeah, if I could make like a first-person game and like walk around like even a
Oh,
very basic world, like
oh, for
something
sure.
like that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean that's I would say that's that's the ideal
Mm-hmm.
like framework for that. If you just want to get a first-person shooter or whatever out there, I would say that's a really good choice. And you don't have like a lot of programming background.
Yeah.
I would say
I,
more so than XNA, to be honest. If you want to make a first-person type of shooter.
The more you know.
yes. I'm very glad we had you on here.
Yeah, feel free to ask anything. I mean, I'm just a big geek, so.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, right. So that's one thing that I've been working on, and the other thing is I don't have anything else to note really. I've been watching some Steins Gate, which is an anime series. That's pretty much it.
All right.
All right. Well, for me, I have midterms right now, so basically I have like no school until Monday.
So lucky, actually.
Yeah, I
Now that I
know.
think of it.
So that's that, and I don't know. I had work, and I don't know. There's nothing too exciting. I'm thinking about going to the movies. I want to see
The Hobbit.
Lincoln. I've already. You're funny. I want to see Lincoln and what's it? Django Unchained or something like that. Those I might try to see. Is
Kitty
Django
Pryde's
Unchained?
Uprising, the movie.
Yep. And that's pretty much. You know what's gonna happen now? Like next segment, I'm gonna remember something, but I don't think
Of course.
any. I don't think anything actually happened. It wasn't too. Well, actually, one thing. I'm not sure if this really applies to this segment, but I pre-ordered Sly Cooper Thieves in Time for the Vita because they changed the pricing, so now it's like a budget title. So it's only $29.99. Well, my voice screwed up. It's almost going to be was it $29.99 now? So that's nothing. So I might as well get it. And Fire Emblem coming out like the day after. So
Yes.
so it's like screwing me up because I'm gonna get like two games like the day after Sly Cooper. So it's like
Oh no.
no.
Yeah.
It's just I know it's not a big deal. It's just inconvenient because it's what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start Sly Cooper, then I'm gonna get Fire Emblem, and then I'm not gonna play Sly, and then it's gonna go on my shelf and look pretty and not do anything. I already
Don't
know
forget. Don't forget, Fire Emblem has to be your game of the year.
it will be.
You told us it would be the game of the year, so.
That is I am gonna dedicate myself to that game when it comes out. I am gonna do everything, and I
Oh,
will.
oh, and you can't buy any more games this year either.
No, no. Trying to think. I mean, the only other thing that's coming out this year, there's only two games that really
You're gonna buy
that
so
I
many games.
that is exactly what's gonna happen. I was thinking like there's Tearaway coming out for Vita, which is basically Sony's answer to Paper Mario. There's Pokemon, and that's basically all I really need. So I
Wow.
don't know. Have you
All
seen
right.
there? Okay, never mind. We won't get into
Moving
this
on.
tangent. All right, that's
Moving on. So, YouTube videos. Anything you'd like to mention? Any videos that stuck out to you, Pestro, this last week you've watched?
Sure. I can't really remember if it's this past week or past 2 weeks, but I do have a couple. For one thing, I guess I assume that you guys are familiar with who Yuzo Koshiro is. He made well he made
sounds
the
familiar.
okay well he made the soundtracks for the both Ys games, Ys Book 1 and 2, and Act Racer and Streets of Rage 1 to 3, the Etrian Odyssey games, a bunch of games, So anyway, he did a live performance at MagFest, which was pretty cool, and a guy on YouTube, he uploaded the entire set, which was pretty cool. He played a bunch of stuff from Revenge of Shinobi and Streets of Rage. So yeah, I watched those videos first of all.
Nice.
Let's see. Other than that, oh yeah, there's this one was actually, I think this clip was really amazing. So there's a guy on the shmups.system11.org forums he's from France, and he's pretty damn good in Dodonpachi Daiojo. So he actually did a live playthrough of the entire game in front of like a huge crowd in France, and he managed to beat the entire game in 1 credit, got to the second loop of the game, and got finished in second loop, and then game over on the true last boss. But it was just an incredible performance that he did, live in front of like a huge crowd, and yeah, that was really amazing. I would definitely encourage anyone to check that out. His name is Prometheus, and the YouTube channel name is Team Superplay Live. So that was pretty cool. And let's see what else. Yeah, I watched Luke Morse. I always watch his stuff, and he put up a pretty cool video where he had made like protective cases for his PCB collection. So that was pretty cool, because I mean I've personally never gotten into PCB collecting. The fact is I don't want to buy an arcade PCB because I know that if I do, it's not going to stop with just one. So, but he made like protective cases for them because, as you might know, they're pretty fragile. And so he made a video about that, which was pretty cool. And I also watched some other guy. I don't know about him though. He was like called like CRPG something.
Ooh.
I don't know
Nice.
about him though. I think you can skip that guy. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's a pretty fruity name, honestly.
Some of my like my co-host on my podcast, he doesn't even watch any of my videos, and I'll watch a bunch of his
The
videos and
Heartbreak
comment
one?
on them.
Or the Heart one? Yes, I have.
No, you don't watch any of my videos. You
Yes,
didn't
I
even
do. You
respond
have.
to any of my comments.
I'm not a comment person. I can't explain it.
Who
Because I know I'm
cares?
going to talk to you anyway, so it's like, all right, well, I'll talk to you about it here.
Wow. All right.
But you've been putting up quite a few videos actually.
Yeah.
Like 4 or something.
Yeah, I think 4 in the past week, something like that.
Well,
Oh well. Yeah, I need to encourage people to like you can always watch any of my videos, but there's a series I started called the Weekly Inquiry, which is where I ask like a question every week, and I'm trying to get as many responses as possible, and then I'll read them off on the next week, and then ask another question, and I'm trying to like uh encourage video responses too. But yeah, I'm not expecting many because I haven't gotten that many so far.
I
But
will make a video response.
will you really?
I will. So I've been trying to because my past videos I've been making, they're more like vlogish, and they're pretty poor. I feel like I don't know. I mean, I can watch them and I don't like cringe or anything, but I think they could be better. So I'm trying to once it gets to that point, I'm really gonna start doing this more, I guess.
Hmm.
But because my lighting's actually pretty decent now, I probably will. So
Cool. We
yep.
we have you on audio. We have record that you say you're going to make a video response. So
Yeah, but I mean, I say a lot of things, and I usually 30% of the time actually pull through. So
so yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think I've got 70 subscribers now. Just recently I hit that, which is not that much, but I'm liking that number. I like that number.
I'd say it's quite a few, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, give or take like the 69 spam people,
Yeah.
and then there's one Pestro.
Right.
No,
Right.
Nostalgia King comments a lot of my videos too, and Zavin commented on a few of them. Got some stuff going on there.
At least you didn't create any dupe accounts, right?
Definitely didn't do that 50 times. So, Cole, or was that it for your videos there?
Yeah, I mean that's all I can remember pretty much. So
So, Cole, are there any videos? I'm gonna guess you're gonna say, not really, but I watched
in
a
terms
couple.
of in terms of new people I've started watching, I looked up NES Complex,
Yeah.
and he does really good videos. He has like the super amazing quality, like the bigger YouTubers, Happy Console Gamer, Games 81. He has that going for him, and I enjoyed it. And other people, Vintage Video Game Geek put up a video about MagFest, and
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos like that.
It was a good video.
Hmm. Yeah, that's where I found NES Complex because I've heard of him before, but I've never really looked into him.
I like
But
his new profile picture he's been using for Twitter and YouTube.
what is it?
Vintage Video Game Geek. It's like
What?
just the one with the green background, and it's like the purple silhouette.
I
Pretty
see.
awesome.
Okay, but
Okay.
I'm trying to think something different.
That's
I
always
mean,
your transition word.
I'm very repetitious, but
Okay.
okay.
but you've been watching the home screen, I guess.
I mean, I've been watching videos, but it's just the same old stuff, Pete Dorr put up a video.
Still have to watch that.
Review Tech USA put up a video, and same old, same old.
Nice.
Hmm. Oh, by the way, I put up a video, multiple videos there. I don't suggest you watch them until a month from now. So maybe in that month period, I can be better at talking to the camera because I don't feel like I'm camera shy, but I could be better. I'm thinking because you get like Zach. Zach, you're good at talking to the camera. You just
Oh,
kind
Not
of
really. I'm not really that good.
yeah,
No.
you are.
Yeah, you are.
You just kind of go. Yes, you are.
What?
No, you are good at talking to the camera.
Says someone that
I
doesn't watch my videos.
I watched them. I watched that Pokemon Diamond video. I watched that Wii U video. I watched that. What other one was there? There was another one before that. But I've watched
I
them.
can only tell if people watch them by like if they comment, I guess.
No, they are. You know how to talk to the only thing I would suggest for you constructive criticism is the lighting, which I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you can actually do anything about that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
more
like-
spacing as well.
Especially on the last video, is terrible lighting.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. But no, you're good at talking to the camera. See, I'm somebody that's not good at talking to the camera. I just kind of sit there and twiddle my
Talk to the
thumbs
camera.
together. That's exactly what happens. I don't know. I don't know how to improve that.
You put a game in your hand so you can't twiddle your thumb.
And you
I
need to
do
sneeze,
that, but you
need to
just
sneeze more, like Zach. So
Yeah.
oh
I,
yeah, you
I
sneeze.
sneezed in that one
And then
video.
you're like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get that out.
Nope.
And you're like, I can't believe I sneezed or something ridiculous like that.
I still don't know what that sounds like on the video. I didn't look at that part.
It sounded like a sneeze. I don't know.
I added this really corny music onto that I Heart
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
Diamond video.
You had like this like real hip hop-ish. I guess you could describe it as.
It's like R&B. Like it was from
It was.
the YouTube's like storage of music they got there.
oh dear
Uh-huh.
God.
The 5 tracks they don't copyright. Like
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was funny.
I
But,
edited it in afterwards, and it took a while for it to edit. So I don't know if everyone saw that music, heard that music, but
It was good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know. How do you talk? Like, I don't know. You just like talk to it. I'm like, and I try talking to it, and I'll usually screw up words or something like that. I'm sure everyone does that though,
hmm
but it's difficult.
I also lack a life, and I have like a lot more videos though.
Hmm
Like I also had like an old channel, and I had a bunch of videos on there which were terrible. So I'm not they're just hidden in the past.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's why you called yourself Revamped, right?
Yeah.
So that is what I've been watching.
All right.
Okay,
Okay. So for what
that
I've
was on
been
purpose.
okay. So for what
Okay.
I've been watching, this is kind of both YouTube and podcasts at the same time, and it's kind of neither also at the same time. But it's kind of the elephant in the room that we need to address, and that's FabCac. Did you two watch this or listen?
What
No.
are you talking about?
FabCac.
Fat cat? What is?
First
Sounds like
annual Peace Gamer Forum
I see. Okay.
award ceremony.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Now I remember.
Now you remember. So you watched this.
No, I didn't watch it though. I saw the pics.
Well, that's what I meant, like to listen. Like they have it as a podcast on Rad Rascals, basically, but they put it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So, and Cole, you didn't listen to this either?
I wasn't really sure what it was. I saw these award things. I'm like, wait, is this an episode of Red Rascals or is this something else? I didn't know.
So basically, for the first time, they had a little award thing for our forums where people voted on different categories, like the biggest like rambler who makes the longest post and who makes the most posts and the best member of the year and stuff like that. And I was pretty
Wait a
amazed at this.
second.
Whoa.
Who
Okay.
won Member of the Year? Who was this?
Well, first I want to address the first thing, and that is that this very podcast, has won an award, Cole.
What?
Drum roll.
Uh, well,
Oh, my dog started barking because I did that. It's
so
all right. Just
we got the best new podcast of the year award, and
But-
who did we tie with? But none other than the users.
oh, we tied with.
Yeah, that's just an amazing coincidence that this little community we got going and these two podcasts just happened to tie on that. So Thank you for everyone who voted there. Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
It was well deserved, in my opinion.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I know I had to like campaign for Zavin's vote. He was like debating. No, I think it was actually on the best podcast, like that award. It was between me and us
Wait a
users,
second,
but it didn't
though.
matter. What?
So people actually listen to us, or was it like I'm confused now? People don't listen to this nonsense. We do get about like 20 downloads an episode, I'd say, which for
Obviously, they
for a
aren't people.
podcast.
Obviously, they aren't people then.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, but don't the users have like a jillion people that listen to them?
I don't know. I think they got around the same amount, but well, they're definitely more popular. Not gonna knock that, but I think they kind of appear to be like, because imagine if like they just every one of their co-hosts made a post on one of their episodes, then they'd have more posts than like all of our episodes combined.
Yeah, that's true.
But they do have Zavin like we do. But they actually get questions from Zavin and people, so you know, that's something.
I think it's just a matter of time before you get your own section, to be honest. So
You know what? I asked Pete Dorr, I sent him a message and he never responded, so that's how it is. But then like after that we like really dipped down in activity, like where we don't really get that many posts anymore. Like it's just like the occasional Zavin and Pestro. So I don't know.
but obviously people listen, so that's cool.
Yeah. So should we name off like all the awards or only the ones that matter? Like, do you want them to like? They should probably just go listen to it themselves, right?
Yeah, I want to know a couple of them though. What are the like who won whatever best person of the year or whatever it was?
Okay, there's
Gotta know this.
best member of the year. It was a four-way tie. That was yeah. I can't believe there's a four-way tie. There's a bunch of ties throughout the whole thing, but it was a four-way tie between Broland 1, Carnivore 2099, Midipore, and myself, which was pretty amazing to me. And I was amazed that not only did I get the get a podcast award, and not only did I get that award, but I got another award aside from that too.
Did I win any awards? Probably not.
You got the podcast one.
Besides the podcast one. I can't see me getting one because I don't go on the forum, so it doesn't really.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
But I was amazed that I got 3 awards, including the podcast one.
3 awards.
I didn't even. Oh yeah, they gave me one that's called like. I forget what the exact name was, but it was like about the person like the biggest spammer or something like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Yeah. They called me Sir Spams a lot. I didn't expect this one at all. It was the first one they announced that I won. But I didn't even expect to win 1, and I won 3. So I'm grateful for this. But
Yeah, congrats.
I honestly expected that after hearing those results, I think people like Midipore or Trevor on the forums, I think they would deserve that spam one more than I do. Because they're always posting, like, especially on that zero tolerance episode, the users. Oh my god. And they post like a million pictures of cats on the, you know, have you been watching that that forum thread on the awards much, Pestro?
Yeah.
The post we made.
It's out of hand.
Oh, dude, that guy is such a troll.
Yeah.
He trolls too hard. He's still posting in there. 18 minutes ago he posted. What is this? He edited his second most recent post saying, "I'm just gonna stop talking."
Yeah, I like the post about this whole thing is rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bit out of hand, but
But I was kind of expecting there to be an award for best YouTube account closing of the year, to be honest. So
Do you want to go to war?
Games of War, yeah. So, that's that. Berlin won a lot of the awards as I expected. He won like the best moderator of the year. What other awards were there?
best new user.
Oh yeah, best new user. That was like really awesome. Do you want to guess who the best new user was of 2012, Cole?
I don't know. Wait, what do you mean new user?
Like the
Like just member
new,
from that year, or
a new person who joined the forum this year for 2012.
who? I don't know who joined. Let's think about this. How about? I have no idea. I don't know.
I'll give
I'm not.
you a hint. He listens to the podcast.
Nobody won it. That's ridiculous.
I'll give you a hint.
Zavin, I know.
Yes. Zavin.
Zavin.
Zavin. That I think that's pretty awesome. Like our little community we've got going on here. Each won an award pretty much. Zavin's like the a big fan of both, so
Yeah, that one was well deserved, I think. Well, actually, I
yeah.
think most of those were well deserved.
So yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, and like there's one about like the biggest rambler of the year, who's like the person who makes like the biggest posts normally, and that went to Murugaro553, but that was really deserved too. Because if you ever see any of his posts, they're like a page long. So yeah, Cole, you'll have to go listen to that and see the rest of them. We actually did a good awards show. They like talked a little bit about each topic and everything, each category.
What did they say about the podcast? Did they? I don't know. Is there? Can you give me a spoiler?
I don't know. They
before?
said Ben was saying it was well deserved. I don't know if he mentioned he was a guest on both. He probably would have made sense for him to mention that, but then he like messed up. He couldn't remember the users' names.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Competition.
That's pretty bad.
yeah, I have to admit that cracked me up a little bit.
Yeah. But he remembered our names because we only have two. Ooh, that's the benefit of being two people.
Versus like 36 or
Yeah.
something like that. There's many of them.
Yeah. But yes, we love the users and we love you all who voted there that day.
Did you guys see Bots' post on the users forum? He posted like, I think it's time for us to decide which one was
Yeah.
truly the best podcast of the year.
Right, did he? I think I responded.
Oh, okay.
I said, "You want to fight? We can go right now, right here. Put them up."
Want to
And then
go to
he's
war?
yeah, he said, "You want to go to war?"
Maybe instead of this trivia battle that may or may not be a thing, trying to keep it hush hush.
You're
But
not keeping it hush hush at all.
I'm not at all. Maybe we need to.
Get out of here.
All right, never mind. Turning you on mute. Like I said, I was on mute, but
I know.
I just heard the awkward silence and I had to jump in there.
I left
So,
it.
is there anything else you've been watching, Zachary?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I almost forgot what we were even doing. Got a little out of hand there. So yeah, FabCac is one of them. That was on Anzi's channel, I think. Was it? Or was it on the Rad Rascals channel? I'm not sure which one it was on.
I don't even know what Anzi's channel is. I know it was on the Red Rascals stuff. Wait, is that his channel? The fat cat thing, or whatever you're saying? I don't even.
FabCac is not his channel.
Fat
It's just
cat. What?
it stands for the first annual Peace Gamer and Forum
Oh yeah, that's right.
community.
Well, no, because you said what did you say? I don't know. You confused me because I thought you said. Wait, was that on that? Was
I'm not
it on
sure
the
it was
fat
on
cat?
if he
Oh.
posted that on his channel or on the Rad Rascals
Mhm.
channel on YouTube. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's at Red Rascals.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, and the second one is Let's Play Sonic Heroes by Bardia. I thought I would mention that just because Bardia seems to listen from time to time, and that's actually been pretty good so far.
Now, does he have a capture device or is he recording with a camera?
Capture device.
Capture device. What
Yeah.
would the end?
And then Josh Jepson on his channel, he's a Let's Player, if you didn't know. On his channel, on his second channel, JepsCon, he put his first weekly vlog. He actually did this really well, where he's instead of doing a daily vlog, he like records a vlog a day, and then he puts them all together into one video for a weekly vlog. So that's pretty cool. That one consisted of a lot of MagFest stuff, which is cool to see. And How to Annoy People Season 3 premiere. I used to watch the series for a long time, How to Annoy People. It's by ZX No Regrets XZ, and it's like basically where he goes on Call of Duty and just tries to annoy all the people on there because it's easy to annoy the community on Xbox Live. Like he'll do things like trap people in corners and get them killed even if they're on the same team and stuff like that, and just act stupid. Yeah.
That sounds pretty classic.
So yeah, it gets really amazing reactions. You should definitely check it out, even if you're not a fan of Call of Duty. You can appreciate it if you've ever been on Xbox Live and know what the community's like sometimes. But he finally premiered Season 3 after like a long break from it. And Kasim G has also took a return from his break. He hadn't posted a video for a long time. And he did California on Fetishes. Did you see this? Did you see this, Cole, yet?
Nope. Not a big YouTuber fan. I guess the big people on YouTube. I'm not
You said
too
you liked
fond of them.
SMG.
I I guess I don't know. He's I don't know how to explain it. There's just something about them. They just are boring to me. I don't know why. He is better though, I
You're
would
a
say,
liar.
than like the other ones, but
You're a liar.
no.
You told me before something different.
No, I didn't. I mean, like occasionally he's pretty funny, but I'm not like a fanboy or anything like that, I wouldn't say.
No, SMG is pretty awesome. Okay. So by the way, the videos I've posted this week are one titled "My Intelligent Thoughts on Wii U" in caps, and they are clearly very intelligent thoughts. And one where it's just called "What Would You Like to See?" and I was just asking what kinds of videos you wanted to see. The weekly inquiry query number 1, which I already talked about, and Gentleman's Challenge 5, 20 hours in, just basically talking about my progress on Tales of Vesperia, which I'll talk a little bit about on this episode. So, all right, podcasts. Cole, we know what you usually listen to, but is there anything that stuck out that you listened to this week?
I listened to, let's see, TV and Lust.
What?
Um, I listened to Video Game
What?
Outsiders and the B Team and Elgin
TV and
Gamers. They
Lost.
put out TV. That was a interesting episode. I forgot to write down things they talked about in that episode because I wanted to obviously talk about them. But there were some things I disagreed with that I wanted to do.
Oh,
Now,
my.
what was it? What were they talking about?
I'm not even
Um,
subscribed to them anymore.
Did it have to do with certain tweets by someone?
Pestro, what's your thoughts on this? Were we the bad people?
Were we at fault here?
You know, I'm not gonna take a stance.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, to be honest, I don't have an opinion. To be honest.
Mhm.
Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, but for some it's bigger than for others, I guess.
Uh,
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't have. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
you don't have to agree with us, but you just can tell us if we deserve such crude treatment.
No, actually, yeah, about that, I thought he did actually kind of like Cole said on the episode, he kind of disregarded what you guys said, and he threw quite a few insults at you, which I'd say they were unprovoked. So yeah, I have to say that though. But I mean, I see where he's coming from, and I see where you guys are coming from as well. So, like always, there's no definitive truth. So.
There's just no middle ground. Like, there's just not equal representation, I think. But it's on both sides, really.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was TV and Lust because I think that got brought up. He's like, oh yeah,
Really?
you guys know my thoughts on women. Yeah, because someone I guess made a comment saying that, hey, did you hear about the cleaning game for women that it's coming out on the DS or something like that? And he kind of vaguely referenced us, and
There's our time in the spotlight. Oh man.
that was one thing.
All
And
for the
then-
fame. All for the fame.
Exactly. No, that they were talking about a game that I disagreed with. I don't know. I'm not just gonna sit here and try to think of it. So that is the podcast I've listened to.
All right.
Oh,
You want to go?
no, sorry, I just want to say, you only listen to one podcast?
Oh no, I also listened to Video Game Outsiders and the B Team.
Oh, okay.
So
I actually haven't really listened to that much, but I did listen to All Gen Gamers. It was the most. No, it wasn't the most recent one, but it was the one with Quick Freeze 4 on, where they did like a little trivia there. That was a pretty good episode. I really liked it, and it's kind of making me want to try out a trivia battle again. But I'm really I want to do it a completely different way because I don't want us to just like sit here like before. I want it to be more like
yeah,
more hyperactive somehow. I don't know how. And more variation in the questions, but you might see a little more trivia later or soon. But I'm all hush hush about that, as Cole says. And yeah, that's the primary one. I've also listened to. I'm behind the Rad Rascals, just like with everything else. So I listened to their Game of the Year special and Christmas special. That was a good episode. And obviously the Fapcac again on their thing. But actually, what was I going to mention? Oh yeah, the users. I'm also behind the users, but I did start listening to their the one with Pete Dorr on finally. Because the reason I would have had it done by now, but for some reason, like Cole says, their like feed is messed up for me. Where just like when I try to use it through Instacast, even it just like pauses in the middle of it, and then restarts the episode and whatnot. So it's really a pain. But I'll pull through. I still need to listen to episode 23, which they just posted not too long ago.
I think the one with Pete Dorr was really good, and Bracy, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was their like best episode.
I would agree. Yeah.
Really? Nice. I look forward to it then.
I'm thinking I'm just gonna, because you can still download it though, right? It doesn't have to be streamed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I figure I guess I'll just do that, which actually I'll do right now.
Ooh. Well, yep, that's it for my podcast. What about you, I started saying Pestro.
Just call me Batman. That's okay.
Fuck you, Batman.
No, like with you, I've also been pretty behind on podcasts, but I have kept up somewhat with your podcast. So I listened to episode 16. And that was a good one. Very interesting one, I'd say. It was good. It was good. And also listened to the users episode 23, of course. And
of course, they take priority.
Of course. No, just the way things happened, I guess.
The way things happen. I saw 2 episodes of mine, and one looked better than the other. Yeah.
So anyway, I've also been watching a podcast that I don't think you guys are familiar with. I guess it's actually a community podcast from the shmups.system11.org forums. And it's really good. They've only made like 5 episodes or something so far, but it's really good. It's a weekly podcast. It's called STG Weekly, which stands for Shooting Game Weekly. And the basic format is that they watch a super play of some shooting game, and they do live commentating as the super play is playing, like explaining what exactly is going on, which I think is pretty neat because if you watch like a super play of some shooting game, if you're not familiar with the game, you're not gonna be able to understand like why the player is doing certain things. So those have been really informative, and actually I would highly encourage anyone to check those out. And there's also, I think, like it's aired on Twitch at the same time, so there's like a chat like on the side. You can see people commentating on the as the super play is playing. So yeah, so anyways, I listened to episode 4, or watched it rather, because it's a video podcast. And they did, on that particular episode, they played a super play of Same Same Same, it means shark, shark, shark in Japanese. And it's an old Toa plan shooting game. But as for that, actually, I just want to say quickly, if you're going to check out Shooting Game Weekly, I would recommend that you start off with the one that they did on Armed Police Batrider, which is an old Rising shmup. Because, yeah, not to go on a huge tangent, but Rising, like if you watch a super play of a Rising game, you're gonna see the player is gonna die a lot, and he's gonna avoid power-ups. So if you're not familiar with Rising games, you're not gonna be able to understand like anything basically, of what the player is doing. Like why is he suiciding constantly, and it looks like he's playing badly. But so I was just starting with that one because they kind of explain why he's playing the way he's playing, which is, I think, yeah. If you haven't played Rising games, I think that's a really good one. But that's pretty much it, actually.
Wow. I'm just gonna let Cole take over now. See where he can take this.
Where can I take this?
Steer us on. Oh, I got sounds going off. People sending me messages on Facebook.
I see. Well, really, it's not that. It hasn't been too much, but I have been playing a lot of games. Just one specifically. I'm just trying to completely dedicate myself to this game, and I basically almost beat the entire game in one day, which is insane to me. That is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I'm playing through it, and I beat every dungeon in one day. It's just ridiculous. That's a very It
Wow.
feels really long, but I'm not sure if I don't think it actually is. Because basically what I want to do is completely. See, I've never fully completed Wind Waker. I've beaten the story, but I've never gotten every treasure chart and all
Right.
the collectibles because there's just so many.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Hi.
complete.
Thanks for calling Target Guest Relations. To
What?
continue in English, press 1. Para continuar en español, please choose from these 4 options. To get help with Target.com, press 1. Store
Oh,
item or
during the games I'm
experience,
playing.
press 2. To hear more options, press 3. To hear that again, press 9. Need to reach a specific manufacturer for repair or replacement parts? Press
No.
1. For all recalls, press 2.
No.
Calling about store merchandise including food or electronics? Press 3. For returns, press 4. To share comments about a shopping experience or Target, please choose from these 5 options. For electronics, press 1. Groceries, press 2. Returns, press 3. Shopping experience, press 4. Just a moment while we transfer you to a team member. To make sure you're getting great service, your call may be monitored or recorded.
Muting time.
Right, hi, thanks for calling. Arnie, how can I help you? Hello? Well, I'm sorry, I'm unable to hear you. Could you please speak up?
Oh, I apologize. My dog started barking, so I hushed them.
Okay.
Sorry, what was your name? I didn't catch it.
Okay, my name is
What was it?
Arnie. How can I
Arnie?
Miss Arnie. Yeah, how can I help you right now?
Hi, my name is Michael Doe, and I had a store experience that was the opposite of positive. And like, are you the one to help me with that?
Yeah, I'm going to file a complaint for
Yeah, is there like a process I have to fill out or some type of Well,
don't
those
worry,
are.
I'm going to I mean I'll just document this call and I'm going to document your complaint and it will be assigned to your manager. All right?
Wait one second. I really have to urinate.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I have to urinate. Wait one second.
I'm sorry, we got a bad connection. Can you remember the
Dude,
number?
I'm urinating. Wait one second.
All right.
Sorry, I was talking to my friends and I drink a lot of water so I could speak more clearly, and I'm peeing. All right, so sorry, I just burped.
Not a problem.
All right, so how can you help me, or what's the problem I'm gonna do?
Okay, so let
How
me
am I
just
doing it? What's going on?
okay, let me just inform you, Mike.
Wait one second. Wait. Let me just You there, Arnie?
Yeah, yeah.
Here, wait. Let me just grab some. Wait one second.
Okay.
Now, should I drink 7-Up or water?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, I have Minute Maid Premium Smashing Strawberry. Got Minute Maid Watermelon. Can you hear my radio? It's on. We have 7-Up. The Arizona Iced Tea. Got Minute Maid Just 15 Calorie Lemonade and water. What should I drink for
Okay.
to get started?
Hi, Michael. Okay,
Hey.
Michael. Can you
Hey, what's
tell
up?
me about your concern?
Sorry, I just got out of there. The radio's on. All right, restart this bad boy. All right. Here, let me just remove my top. All right, let's get started. So, in terms of this complaint, what's the process, Arnie? Is that just out of curiosity? Wait, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Just out of curiosity, curiosity. When we talk like this, like, do you just say your name's Arnie, or is that just so people don't know your information? Is your real name Arnie? I'm just curious. I'm not in
Yeah,
retail right. Hmm.
Yeah, my real name is
Interesting.
Arnie.
Really? Okay. So, because I didn't know if that was like, I don't know, that would have been weird. But I don't know. And I have another question before we get into this, because I was actually I was going into Target, and I wanted to actually apply, and that's kind of when the situation came up. But do you have to deal with like a lot of weirdos doing this call thing? Like, should I still apply even though I had a negative experience? Like, would you recommend it, or?
Well, for that one, Michael, I strongly suggest to you that once
Yeah.
if you really wanted to apply, just go ahead and apply online. That would be better. All right.
Really?
I can provide you I can provide you the website where you can apply in Target. If you like, I can provide it to you right now.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know. Are you sure?
Yes.
Because like at Target, they have video games, right?
Mhm.
Oh, just dropped my water. But do you play any video games? Like, is there any? Because could I be part of that section, that little world? Just out of curiosity, though, have you played Super Mario Galaxy?
No.
You don't play them at all?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
No.
What do you play? Just out of curiosity.
No. Okay. So yeah, are you calling about Target.com concern or just
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a
just
charismatic person.
yeah and
Charisma? I don't know. I don't know
yeah.
words.
Yeah, not a problem, Michael, but I need to save your time. Just to save your time, can you
Uh,
just tell me your concern?
what am I concerned about? Well, I mean, honestly, it's a long story to say the least. You see, basically, what happened was I had to go to Target, but the closest Target is fairly long. Well, it's debatable how long away it is. It's about on a good day, it's 10 to 20 minutes. It's in a high traffic area. Um, it. How do I say that? See, I just don't want to offend you, because this person that committed the act was also Espanol or Filipino, some type of un-American race. So I just don't want to offend you.
Mhm.
So how do I go about this?
And what will be your complaint?
Oh, the Filipino or whatever. Wait, are you Filipino?
Yes,
Do you,
we're
do
located
you
at the
mind if it's not that I don't think of you as less of a person. I just, we're ignorant here. But honestly, it's.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you mind if I have my brother talk to you instead? I just can't. All right, thank you.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you calling for?
All right. I'm sorry, but unless you're willing to conduct this conversation in a professional manner and are calling about
I'm not.
Target.com, I will need to disconnect this call.
What am I? How am I being unprofessional?
And then just direct to the point. How are you calling about a Target.com concern?
I thought you called us.
No. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
I'll be
okay.
honest. I only called you to get laid, so I'm not.
All right.
So unless you're gonna give me the goods, I guess we can just get disconnected. So have a nice day. I recommend Mario
You can at least hear my complaint, though.
And
You can at least hear my complaint.
our complaint, really, some Filipino grabbed our genitalias. Both of them. I mean, we Filipinos have at least 2 hands. So I'm not disconnect. Arnie?
What? No, he's here. What are you
Alright.
talking about?
I'm
Arnie.
sorry, but at this time, I'm sorry, but at this
Yeah,
time,
no
I'll
problem,
need to
man.
end this call.
I've got one complaint,
Okay,
though. I've got one complaint.
I've asked you more than once to conduct yourself professionally, and you've chosen not to. So please be aware that I will document this call. And thanks for calling Target.com. Goodbye.
What? You're supposed to... Well, that was awkward.
Slightly.
I was gonna tell him my complaint was that, like, a specific game sucked, and I wanted to
No, we
recommend a new one.
said that he wasn't giving us quality customer service or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say that, but he's already leaving.
I guess he documented that call. Not that it's a big deal because there's not really anything that can happen from it.
So, Pestro, you with us?
Yes, still here.
Sorry about that. That was something else, I guess. I don't know.
We should really have, like, a goal in mind, like, when going into that.
We need to have
Maybe a goal would be to, like, get someone to actually say a game that they like, or actually say, like, their favorite game of 2012.
uh-huh.
I think if we could actually be able to get someone to say it for once, because no
I
one ever has
tried
an answer.
going down that route. There was that one guy.
Yeah, there's the challenge for us.
Just so you guys know, I'm not really racist or anything. I'm just trying to make it feel awkward.
That's what he says. Alright, what other number should we try?
No, let's just continue the podcast. We're already an hour and a half in. Let's finish the games, on the main topic, then wrap it up.
I actually wanted to ask you though about Wind Waker. Is this wasn't your first time playing through it, right? Or
No, not at all.
no?
Got
Oh,
it back in 2003, I guess, when it came out.
yeah. So you're just basically going back to it to complete everything.
I mean, I go back to it actually very often,
Oh,
but I've never, still, even at that, I've never completed it because I usually just start a new save file, get to about Tower of the Gods, and then I quit.
oh,
That's
okay.
usually
Because
how it is. Yeah.
I wanted to ask one thing, but I'm not sure if it's a spoiler, so I'm probably not gonna.
Still, it's like a
Uh,
11-year-old game. I'm sure if people
Yeah.
really wanted to play this, they would have done it by now.
well, actually, I guess it's not a spoiler. But I basically, what I was wondering is if you were playing on the New Game Plus, and if you did, if there's any difference. Because I started on the New Game Plus.
There,
And,
kind of. I mean, really, it's everything you start out with. It's just the outfit. It's the how you start out with, like, what is it, the pictograph with color, I think. And I think that's really about it. There really isn't anything too
Oh.
much. But I don't know. It's pretty much the same game.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So no mystery dungeons or anything like that.
No, there's not.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe if they because I know they did that with A Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance. They added new dungeons.
Oh, okay.
So
Sure.
I'm not sure if maybe they'll do something like that one day. So I don't know. I believe that is all the changes, though. There's really nothing too drastic because it's a pretty big game already, especially for the GameCube. Because I mean, those like small little discs can only hold like so much.
Hmm.
It's like 1.1 gigs or something like that.
But you know, there's a lot of water as well. So.
True, but it all adds up. I don't know. Yeah.
It's kind of it's a strange game though. It's kind of like Mario Sunshine. Like a lot of people were split on it.
Yeah, replaying it, honestly, kind of, because see, the way things move with games is that I feel like a lot of older titles like Final Fantasy, Mario, and Zelda, they don't really progress, they kind of stay the same. And then other franchises are what usually will innovate, because like I kind of see the progression with Final Fantasy, where you see Final Fantasy 1, and then it's like all these years later we have Skyrim, and then it's like you look at Final Fantasy 13 and it stayed pretty much the same, and it's like it didn't have that progression like it did with Skyrim. I kind of feel like Zelda is starting to get into that vein also. Exactly. Because going into Twilight Princess and even Skyward Sword, that progression kind of stayed consistent, it seemed like, where like I almost look at Skyrim as the true successor to the original Legend of Zelda. It has, think it's more so like what Miyamoto was originally trying to go for than what Skyward Sword is today.
You know, that's a
So-
really interesting point. I think you're right. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, but I feel like with Wind Waker, that's still like an open world game. It's just, I think that it wasn't as big as, like these Skyrims and Fallout 3s, obviously because it's a 6th-gen game. But Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword to me feel like a step back. But then again, it's also on the Wii. So I'm thinking that if the Wii U Zelda doesn't innovate and it's not like a big Skyrim-esque world, I am kind of scared for the series. I think eventually it's going to become obsolete like Final Fantasy, which I like the new Final Fantasy. I love 13, but in terms of RPGs, it's not. It's just no Skyrim or Fallout 3 or anything like that.
Yeah, I see what
So-
you mean. I mean, the trend right now is open world, and
Not too many seem like they get it correct. But
yeah,
I
that's true.
feel like whatever succeeds Elder Scrolls and Fallout in terms of open world, the next big innovative series, I really think that's going to be the epitome of this, because Skyrim is so close. It does so many things right, but it doesn't reach that. I think it just has way more potential also, but that's just me. But other than Wind Waker,
Are you guys
this is-
recording a new opening for the podcast, or?
no,
Yeah,
that
you
is
should do a different theme each time for the intro. I like the Family Guy theme. That was the best intro.
you mean Full House?
Not Family Guy, yeah, Full House.
Yeah, but
It seems
other
today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. Oh, where are those good old-fashioned values on
going
which we
downhill.
used to rely?
Zach, we were so close to having
Here's
a
a
great
Family
podcast.
Guy.
So close. Then.
Lucky there's a man who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and cry.
All right, so that, other than Wind Waker, the only thing I've been playing is Pokemon Showdown, which is basically competitive Pokemon in a browser. I played Kid Icarus Uprising after midterms and played like a bit, like just an hour's worth of Pokemon Platinum. And looking at my games, that's about it. I popped in a couple things, just didn't really stick with it. Like I tried Wario Land, and graphically, that's
Nice.
probably like one of the best, if not the best, game on the Wii. Because the animation is like perfect.
You know what?
It looks like you're playing a cartoon. Hmm.
I didn't like that game that very much.
Really.
Yeah.
Like, it feels very simple, I'll admit.
Everyone loves that
Um,
game. I don't know why.
We're talking about the Game Boy one, right?
No, the Wii one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one.
But looks
No,
like you're playing a cartoon. But other than that, I obviously already said, or actually I didn't say this right. Little King's Story. Bought that. It's still sealed, and I'll play it eventually, but it'll be after Fire Emblem because I don't want to get into it now and just put it away when Fire Emblem comes out. So after I beat that, that'll be my
I don't know when I'm gonna start that.
yeah. Then what else? That looks like it's about it. I've been playing some Vita. Been playing just Jetpack Joyride,
Velveeta?
and I only have 2 more achievements, and then it's done. Yeah, or trophies, I guess. But that is one more thing. Realized I had one more thing. Fallout New Vegas. Played a couple hours of that, and that's always a good time. Fallout New Vegas, in my opinion, is better than Fallout 3. And what is going on? Is that like a ringtone or something? All right, that's what I've been playing.
Nice. Nice. Pestro? Shmups?
Yes. Yeah. First and foremost, I've actually got a shmup pre-ordered, which it's the same thing as for Cole. It's going to be released on like the 14th of February, which is also like 5 days or something after Fire Emblem. But that game is Ginga Force. So in preparation for the release of Ginga Force, I've been playing through a previous game by the same developer. They're called Qt, spelled with a Q. And that game is called Eschatos. I don't know, are you guys familiar with the game or heard of the game? Or
No.
no, it's actually part of a series that started on the WonderSwan Color. And as a matter of fact, this is the 360 release, and it's region free as well. But on the 360 release, you actually got on the disc. You also got the previous WonderSwan Color games, which is pretty awesome. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's a tad on the easy side, I'd say. I mean, it's definitely one of the easier shmups that I've played on the 360. That's for sure. Because I've only put in a couple of hours into it, and I've already gotten 1 credit clear on easy on both normal and advanced, and I almost got 1 credit clear on normal on like one of my earlier attempts. So it's quite easy, but it's definitely cool, and it's really cool to see WonderSwan Color bullet hell shmup games. You don't see that every day, so definitely recommended, I'd say. Other than that, I did play a little bit of Ketsui again, which yeah, it's funny. I mentioned when I was on the users that I was playing Ketsui, and now it's like 6 months later, almost. And I just finally got a 1 credit clear in that game, but I haven't been playing it like non-stop. I've only been playing it, a couple of here and there during the time. So, but yeah, I finally got a 1 credit clear in that, which I'm pretty happy about. And I've also played another game on 360 called Entaku no Seito. I don't know if you guys have heard of it though. It's a dungeon crawler RPG that's exclusive to Japan. It basically means, or the title means, students of round, which you're meaning like students of the round table, as in knights of the round table. But it's pretty cool. If you imagine like Fire Emblem. Actually, it's pretty much exactly like Fire Emblem, but the only difference is that instead of having like a Final Fantasy Tactics style of arena that like a chess-like type of gameplay, it has like a first-person dungeon crawler. So that's pretty much it. But it has a lot of like branching, like has a lot of like branching paths in the storyline and a lot of side quests, and it has a lot of content. But it's not like, it's not an excellent dungeon crawler by any means. I basically picked it up because it was fairly cheap, and because I've also been eyeing another dungeon crawler on the 360 called Make You what's it called? Make You Crossblood Reloaded. That's what it's called. That's the one which is by the same developer, and that's the one I would have wanted to pick up, but that game is really expensive, and it's hard to find. I think the cheapest copy I've seen is like $90 or something. So, yeah. So I went with a cheaper alternative. Let's see. Other than that, I've actually been playing a game on the original Game Boy, which I don't know if you guys have played. I assume that you guys have played it. Link's Awakening.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Zach, have you played it?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
To be fair, I actually hadn't played it before, but I just started playing it, and I haven't even held like an original Game Boy in so long that as I started playing through it, I totally forgotten like how insanely like how much it hurts on your left thumb when you press down that D-pad. Like if you play for a while, that is. Like I totally forgotten about that. So, but
What is all this? Cole posted so many videos at once. Cole?
What? I said I did.
I know, but I thought you meant like the older ones, but then I didn't think you posted like 4 in the matter of 2 days. You're insane.
Well, that's something. So, Pestro, if you want to continue on that.
Yeah. No, I have to say though, I've been really impressed with Link's Awakening. That game is just fantastic, and I'm surprised that I didn't play earlier. To be honest, yeah, I definitely say that it's definitely a must-play Zelda title in my opinion. It's really good, really good.
So. I guess I should play it then, huh?
Maybe so, maybe so. But that's pretty much it, actually. So.
Oh. Well, my brother and I played some more New Super Mario Bros. U. We're still working towards getting all those coins and whatnot. And, yeah, we're working our way through it. We made decent progress. We didn't really play that much, though. And, that's still good. I played more Mikey Shorts. I thought this is the iOS game I mentioned last time, and I thought I'd be able to, like, get up to 100% like I did on Rayman Jungle Run. Even though it's a hard game, I'd still be able to do it. And I did on the story mode, but the challenge mode is like it's like almost impossible to get 100% on. Like you have to, in order to get 3 stars, you have to be spot on, and it's a lot harder to be spot on with the challenge modes. And like in the time limit, like there's like so many intricate platforms, and I hate the moving platforms are the worst because they're so unreliable. Like it doesn't matter how much momentum you have going, you'll have to stop for these moving platforms to make sure you get out. You can't afford to die or mess up even once, or you won't get 3 stars. So it's really strict on that. Cole, I still recommend this to you though, because it's an iOS game and 2D platformer.
I'm intrigued. Like, how does it control though? Like, is he always running like in a Rayman, or is it like a virtual D-pad and
it's actually
a jump
like
button?
Really good controls. They have they've just got 2 arrows on the left, bottom left, and we've got 2 buttons on the bottom right. One on the left is you tap it to jump, and the one to the right of that is to you do a little slide you have to do to get under.
Yeah, like I have 2D platformers that have like a very similar control scheme to that, and I'm just not. No, like the perfect 2D platformer I think is Rayman Jungle Run. All 2D games that
Yeah, but
they should all be like that.
it can't
If it's
always be
not,
running. It can't be
I-
every game, or it'll
then
get
it
boring.
then it just shouldn't be on that platform. Then, like, I don't. It's I don't. If it's
Mikey
not designed,
Shorts. Mikey Shorts is a good game.
okay, all right.
Okay. I'm not saying it's better than Rayman. Rayman's still better, but it's good for what it's doing. It's got that 8-bit style going, and you can buy these corny little. I bought him an afro and like a beard and some shades. Yeah, it's good stuff. But the main game I've been playing, just as I have been, is Tales of Vesperia for the Gentleman's Challenge. Still working on it. I'm up to I think around 23 hours now, somewhere around there. I've been making a lot of progress. I'm past the desert now. I don't remember exactly where I am, but Zaman's told me the story really picks up soon, so I'm looking forward to that. It's been pretty much the same. If you wanted to know my thoughts around the 20-hour mark, I have a video for that. So, yeah, that's all. That's all I've been playing is those 3 games. Okay, is that it?
Nope. All right. So now that you're done interrupting me, I can finish. So Wind Waker.
What?
You know, Wind Waker. Know how I was saying? I think we were talking about this before, and I said I didn't think the game graphically aged well. Like I was saying
Right.
it. I completely disagree with that now because now that I'm playing it with
Oh
glasses
my
on,
god. Oh wow.
no, like it's so weird. It looks completely different with glasses on. Like it
Everything
feels like
you
I'm playing it in HD.
everything
It's
you say you
weird.
contradict a week later. Everything you say.
Like I'm just playing games and they look completely different with glasses on. So it's like I'm playing it in HD now.
Wow.
It's great. And
You've been missing
it
out
looks
apparently.
perfect now. It's like
Yeah, that's like how it was when I
even the
first
render
got.
distance, it doesn't look blurry at all. It looks
That's how it was when
pretty
I
much
first got my
flawless.
glasses, but then I got used to it and it wasn't anything special. So,
See, like playing it without glasses, like I couldn't even do that. Like just looking at it without glasses, it looks exactly like how I thought it looks terrible.
so
But that's my eyes.
are you nearsighted then?
Nearsighted, I guess. Pretty much everyone is though. So like I
No,
only
some
know.
people can like see well from
Yeah,
far away, and then
yeah. It's
not when they get up
my.
close.
I had a teacher like that, but I don't know. That's the only person I know. But yeah, nearsighted. So
Just curious though, were you guys a fan of the graphical change that they made with Wind Waker? Like when it was first announced, or were you guys like, oh, this is cool, or this is this is not Zelda?
I was completely fine with it. Like everybody was telling me that it looked terrible.
Considering
But
you were in
there's
the womb at this point. That's how young you are.
what's
We were both in the womb as this game was released. We're
Oh.
10 and a half years old.
We're only 10 and a half.
No, I remember seeing the commercials and all that stuff, and even my mom told me like, "Do you really want to get this?"
This is a
It
kid's toy.
looks like a kid's toy. It's not,
Like the
I was even
Nintendo.
asked like,
Oh,
yeah, like I was talking about it or something, and she's like, "No, that wasn't a very good one, was it?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But I don't know, I'm fine with it. Nothing against it. This like the Toon Link, I kind of think that's like the iconic Link. Like that's the like when I think Link, that's what I think of.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it looks more towards like the Super Nintendo NES type of Link, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
exactly. But like I mean, it's the same Link. That's the one they use the most. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, and
Right.
Minish Cap. Yeah, so
Yeah, I have to be honest though, I was actually really opposed. Like when it was first announced, I was like, this is not
Mhm.
Zelda, because I was expecting the next Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
Oh.
because like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, those are much more adult, I guess.
Definitely,
Wind
yeah.
Waker is much more carefree, but
Yeah, no, I was really opposed to it. Like, but then when I got the like the Zelda promotional disc, I got that through like the Swedish Club Nintendo. I remember. It had like a demo of Wind Waker on it before it was released. So I played that, and I was just like, wow, this did not look like any of the videos or, I mean, when I say videos now, I mean the VHS demo tape that I had of upcoming GameCube titles. Didn't look like anything that I had seen on that. It was actually pretty cool. So, so yeah, I was opposed to it at first, but then when I actually got to play it, I was completely blown away, to be honest. So.
I don't know. There's a lot of controversy with Wind Waker. Everyone's talking about how the sailing is bad, but I don't know. The sailing, I don't really see the sailing as any different than walking to a new location in like Fallout or Skyrim. It's
Well,
just that.
Yeah, but the problem with the sailing is that you always have to take into account the wind, and I kind of that was
Yeah.
really annoying. I remember.
It only takes. It is annoying. They probably. I don't know how they could have done it, or maybe they could have just like not even add the effect of the wind, just completely remove that aspect of it. But
Yeah.
the realism will be lost then. You won't have the amazing wind features.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I mean, it's not terrible though.
Wind scientists would criticize the game for lacking proper wind.
True.
Not true.
So,
False.
all right, not gonna argue with that.
Oh my.
But I'm actually playing the game right now. I've been playing it this entire podcast.
Only you play
terrible-
games during podcasts.
You could probably finish it as well during this time.
I've gotten like 10 treasure charts. I've been going
Nice.
at it. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on Wind Waker, I think. I will actually, one more thing. The dungeon design in this game is nowhere as good as I remember. It really isn't, if I'm going to be honest. I think that like this game is the exact opposite of Skyward Sword in terms of a Zelda game, I guess. Because like Wind Waker, the reason why I like it so much is the whole open world. That is what I like because it's so unique. There's nothing like it. There's just not. But with Skyward Sword, it's like the dungeons are those are the best dungeons of any Zelda game, I think, and bosses, and there's so many high points in Skyward Sword. So yes, if Skyward Sword's dungeons were in Wind Waker, it would be the best game ever made. But it's not. That's cute. Anyway, so that's it. That is, we are done with games.
4 videos in 2 days. Lighting test.
Well, I'm not gonna.
7-minute lighting test.
Yeah. No, I was recording myself trying to get the lighting correct. I figure I just put it up there. I don't know why. Just kind of did it. And I wear my little hipster hat.
It says no.
I actually don't wear that. I just kind of wear it for the videos because my hair looks terrible. My little hipster hat
Then
beanie thing.
why don't you wear it usually if it's that terrible?
No, it's not that terrible. I just kind of. You see, I got this hat for Christmas and I wear it.
God.
But I usually don't wear it. But with my glasses and this hat, I look like a complete hipster, so I enjoy that look. It's interesting.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That was your first video.
Need to remove those. They're terrible.
you can't remove your first videos or you wouldn't have any videos left.
Yeah.
But you're a fan of it, though, right?
Yep. It's my favorite. Well, I would say it's my favorite game. Not for the actual like Zelda-ish aspects. It's more so for like the side quests. Like I think that doing the
Yeah.
Bomber's Notebook, that's like the most fun I've had with games, I think. Like I don't know why, I just really enjoy that aspect of it.
I
And
can
then
I can see why. Yeah.
I don't know. It's and I think the world is, because you look at a Skyrim game, there's so many characters and stuff, and you know they're kind of dull to me. But like every person in Majora's Mask has like a backstory or something interesting to say. So, like I don't know, I just like it better. And then the mood is completely different, and but
Wow.
I don't know. I guess
Annoying Navi's played Fable 3.
what?
Annoying Navi has played Fable 3.
Yep, I made a video about it,
I
and it
know.
was did you see it?
I haven't seen it, no. I just
It's.
found out about these 4 videos you posted.
I'm not sure if I did a good job with that video. I haven't watched it back. I probably like stuttered or something, but
Fable 3. Why Fable 3 is important? I love Fable 3.
it's. Do you want me to talk about it? I think that like Fable 3 is one of the best games this generation. Even if you don't like it, I think you have to be able to appreciate it for some of the things it did, because in terms of
We should
in-
play co-op on there.
no, but in terms of like in terms of like storytelling, no, I don't have Xbox Live either. Yeah, but storytelling in that game is the perfect storytelling for a video game. That's even if you don't like the story, like this is how you tell a story in a game, I think.
I do like it. The end kind of dragged on with like
I don't know about that. I liked it.
Not necessarily
Come
the
on now.
story, but the
Just
the
extra like the aura or whatever it's called.
no, like
Like
the way you
that.
had to make decisions as the king.
No, that was the best part of it. I think that is
It was
the
fun, but you like it
reason
got
why.
repetitive. It got repetitive. Like
Because
the same
no,
guy kept coming back, defending the bad stuff. There was a clear distinction between good and bad, and it was just a money problem. Like there was no,
no,
it
that
wasn't creatively.
oh, you
It
didn't
was laid
understand the
out for
game.
you. All the options were laid
You
out for you.
didn't understand the game.
Get the
You see, no, you did not
Get
understand the game. I'm standing by
get the
that,
cluck out of here.
because that is the aspect of the game that really I think is what makes it important.
Come on.
Because no, that it really reflects on us, I think, as a society. I think I really do. You
Here we
see,
go.
look at our government today, and then Fable 3 makes you think, because spoilers, we're going into this, all right? Fable 3, what happens is you become
No,
the
we're not
king to
going into
overthrow him
this.
because he is a dictator.
No.
You overthrow him, and then you learn why
No.
he's a dictator. You learn that maybe there's more to the government than, okay, we're done. Watch the video and you'll understand. Hopefully. But now I guess we can go into our main topic.
Main topic. You know, this was supposed to be the main topic last week, but Cole didn't want to do a main topic. Can you believe that? What kind of podcasting is that?
Our video games art. So, I guess since
What points could you bring up for it not being art? How about that? Start with the negatives. Why wouldn't it be considered art?
because the storytelling, the way games are thrown together, they're not. Some of them are thrown together as like an interactive experience.
But you know, there's this memorable exception I have to mention. It's Fable 3. Like
that's
that's how
completely different, though.
That's how storytelling should be done in video
It
games.
is. That is exactly how it is.
I came
It's
up
through
with
the
these thoughts,
interactivity.
all on my own. Like came up with these thoughts.
Fable 3 is the epitome of video game storytelling, I think, from what I've played. That's the only AAA title that tells a story properly, I think, in terms of interactivity, which is what a
You know
game
how many
is.
Fable fans criticize that game too much?
They have no idea. All right, I've played through Fable 2. I've played Fable 1. That is hands down the best Fable. I don't understand its criticisms. It's like, oh, the story's bad. Well, no, I don't want. How is it bad?
People
And
complain
then
about hand holding,
that's
the
better
literal
though.
hand holding.
That's needed. That's
I
a
know.
good feature.
It's always interesting.
But I don't know. That game should not be criticized. But like, the games that I think have the best stories are Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, Fable 2,
Majora's Mask.
Fable 3, Majora's Mask, and those are the only ones off the top of my head that really have a good story.
And which ones are your favorite games of all time?
My favorite ones are Majora's Mask, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, Golden
Oh, okay.
Sun, Lost Day. Yeah, it's not.
Nice.
Yeah. But the reason why
Oh, Fire
I
Emblem.
would,
Oh,
with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, you see,
Dragon Quest 9. That's good. Ooh.
no, it's not. Anyways,
Have you even played that game?
yes, actually I have.
Actually, I have.
But with
Oh, man.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon,
Oh, man.
you see, there's
Tales
only
of
a couple.
Vesperia.
There's only 5 games that actually made me emotional, and
Oh,
those
you know
were
what? You know what's... no.
what's.
No.
Uh, anyways,
You're wrong.
wrong about what? I haven't made any points yet.
Exactly.
No, I wanted to talk about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and why I think that game has
Dungeon.
an incredible story. No,
Incredible
let me. You see, the entire game revolves you and a partner
Yeah?
doing all these tasks, right?
We
And
don't
the
have any
thing
games like
is, what
that.
happens at the end is that
Whoa,
you
what? At the end? Whoa.
you
Spoilers.
gosh, I'm trying to make a moment. You see, you lose your partner, okay? And going through a 30-hour RPG with your partner and he's always following you around and the
Spoilers.
way you interact with each other, the way you go through dungeons, he helps you,
I
you
didn't
help
know I'd
him.
lose my Mudkip.
You have this like actually I did have Mudkip, but you have this like interaction where you two rely on each other. You need each other to progress through the game. And when you break that bond, that really upset me.
A covalent bond.
It really did. And it wasn't trying to tell this big epic story. It was the reason why it upset me was because it affected the gameplay. It affected. I just missed the Mudkip. I just wanted it back. And then it's like I was so
What a
upset.
lame-o.
Then what
What a
happens?
lame-o.
You are ignorant. At, at the end,
Spoilers.
then you actually get a stay with Mudkip.
What?
And
Spoilers.
after that, oh, the new
You
game's
ruined the
coming.
whole point of why you... Oh, God.
Hey, well,
That
so
ruins the whole point, doesn't it?
not really.
Well, he hasn't spoiled the credits yet, so.
Then after the credits, you get a stay with. And I don't know, just that like I can't. Then after that being so disappointed and then being like overjoyed because I got to stay with him, that like that whole game, I thought that was a really great game. I thought so. Stuff like that is what makes games have great stories. That interactivity, the way it
So...
affects you in terms of a gameplay, and that's why I think I want to go into Fable 2. I think Fable 2 is much.
No, what? Take
No,
a
let me just
slow...
go.
Take a chill pill.
All right, fine. You wanna
So, no,
talk about one?
are video games art? Yes or no? Are you trying to defend it here?
Some are, some aren't.
Well, that's a cop out.
What's you
Video
can't just
games
say
as a medium.
video games altogether. You can't because I mean, what art is? It's somebody trying to make something that. How do you describe it? It's like trying to get somebody to feel a certain way through whatever that medium is. And if a video game, there are video games that make me feel a certain way, and there's some that don't do it very well. So I would say overall they are,
Hmm.
but There are
But
some that are.
so if you see a painting that doesn't move you, it's not art.
I don't think so. No.
Uh-uh.
If it doesn't,
There are paintings of bowls of fruit. What is that?
I don't know. That's not art. Art is me trying. The artist trying to make you feel a certain way.
Trying.
Maybe.
You say trying.
Yep. Yeah.
You say the artist trying
So
to.
if I guess if they're
They-
trying to, then I guess it's art. Whether it's good art though is what's debatable.
Maybe they're trying to bring out childhood memories by throwing in this bowl of fruit. They're hoping people have good memories of apples and bananas.
I don't understand that at all. I think that's more so for like learning to paint thing, kind of learning how to shadows work and stuff. But yeah,
So,
overall,
yeah.
I would say they are. Would you say this,
I
Pestro?
would
Would
say
you?
so. I would say so. Thank you for asking. I I find it hard to believe they aren't art when you have games like The Walking Dead, who on almost all accounts, or which on almost all accounts has made like every single person who's played that game cry. Like even people who say they never cry in video games, they say, "Oh, but Walking Dead is the exception." And it's just like they're completely made up characters. They have it's not going to affect you in any way going about your life if one of these characters something happens to them. But if Walking Dead lets you brings those emotions out some way, that's pretty amazing. And it's only through video games that would be accomplished. I don't think the same thing would be accomplished if they just made a zombie movie based on this. Like, even though The Walking Dead is a TV show, it does solicit some emotions and it does well at that, but it's not to the same extent that the game does.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I mean, it has that same thing with like going back to Mystery Dungeon. I know the plot of The Walking Dead. Like Pestro, have you played this game?
No, I haven't though.
Oh,
Never
shoot.
mind. Not going into this. All right. So The Walking Dead is yes, but
Play that
wait.
game.
Actually, Pestro, would you say
Yeah.
video games are art?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, yeah. I think as long as somebody creates something, whether it's music, movie, a painting, and that's for another person to experience, then yes, I'd say it's art.
All right. So I guess I'll jump into Fable 2 now. What? Don't do this. Oh no. Silence. Okay. That's silence. All
It
right. Now
is.
I
It's
have
the Elder
to
Scrolls theme. Yeah.
talk some Fable 2 though, because
Fable 2.
have any of you played this game?
I've played it about 15 hours.
Okay, so you don't mind if I talk about the story?
Don't spoil the whole thing.
Don't forget the
All right.
credits.
So what happens in Fable
Son
2
of a...
is
You don't need to talk about Fable 2 to get your point across. I think we all agree
No, I
that
do.
video games are art. I
But
think
I
we
want to
all
bring
agree
up this point.
blah,
I
blah,
want to
blah,
bring
blah.
up one more point. I just want to talk about this game. This is important.
Don't talk about
This
the
is
game. I want to
the
play that game.
game that affected me the most.
It's affected you the most. You clearly haven't finished The Walking Dead then. Come on, get on that.
Nope. And so,
Nope.
uh,
You both need to beat this game.
are you gonna beat Fable 2?
Yeah.
All right. After Tales of Vesperia, you're
No.
playing through Fable 2.
I
and
got
then
something planned for the next game I'm gonna play. It's gonna be involved.
All right, then we're gonna go into Fable 2 because then you'll forget by the time
No.
you play it. So what happens in Fable
No, I won't. Don't spoil it.
2 is everybody dies. All right. The end. So next main topic. So,
I thought that in the end you woke up and it was all a dream. So.
no.
This is such sad music.
Sad.
The violins are playing.
Huh?
It's orchestras like that that prove that video games are art.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Music does help get you into the experience, I think, but overall, I wouldn't say that's the biggest factor or anything.
I didn't say it's the biggest factor.
Yeah, but yeah, kinda. It felt like that.
Wow. I think you're misinterpreting my language.
Maybe. But yeah, it does not end up being a dream, but there is a dream involved. I'll say that
Oh.
much.
Stop spoiling everything for me.
No. Wait, no. We are having this topic, even though we're already done with it, but we had this topic. Wait, what else? What other games did I bring up? Um, I mean, there's a couple of video game stories that I did, like Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn, and Golden Sun, but
Hmm.
I don't think those were not very good video gamey stories. A good one though, I would say, is like Kid Icarus Uprising, where like it's kind of like it knows it's a video game. It's very lighthearted, and it doesn't interrupt the gameplay at all. It just kind
But-
of flows.
That kind of thing is art, though.
No, but it's a better progression, I think, than say like Call of Duty or I don't know, most other games, because most other games use like cutscenes and stuff, and that kind of cutscenes aren't gameplay. If you have a cutscene, that's a movie. It's not a game.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Exactly. I have no interest in playing Metal Gear. I mean, like it could be there. Like I think Final Fantasy 13. I look at that game more as like a interactive anime. So I looked at it. So I think of that game more as an anime than an actual video game. And same with like Asura's Wrath. But I don't know. Like, is there any other things you want to add, Zach or Pestro? Is there any artful video games?
Artful video games. Jeez.
I feel like
Well-
Dragon Quest 9 has that
I don't know. No,
kind of story. Have
I
you not?
really don't.
How much have you played of it?
A good like 7 hours, I would guess.
Oh my!
It's not.
You got to play at least 35,000 hours. Come on.
No, that game is more like
No, the story is really cool. I think. Like
why
no,
what
it's
happens? What
the way like when I first experienced it, it was like so special at the time. Like the way they do everything and how each town has its own story. It's not all about like the grand scheme of like some boss and everything. Like they've all got a goal, obviously, but each town has its own story to tell, and it's like you actually care about the people. Like each person has a
I don't
problem.
know.
And
It's too much text for me.
oh my god!
No. I shouldn't have to read.
What?
I should not have to read to enjoy the story.
That makes no sense
That's
whatsoever.
that's an obsolete way of telling
Are you
stories, I
kidding
think.
me? You're kidding me, right?
For the most part, I would say. There's exceptions, but overall, like if I'm not able to actually like interact with that
My god.
dialogue, I don't want any part of it. For the most part.
So like you can't read a book. You can only use the audio books.
It's no, a video game is
You're
the
one of the
interaction.
special ones.
That is not reading text is not interaction. That is
Oh my
like you
god.
said, that is a book. That is
Paper
not.
Mario is a masterpiece with
No,
its
I don't.
text.
No, it's not.
Oh my
It's not that
God.
good. It's
It
overrated.
is. Thousand Year Door especially is
Nope,
like
it's not.
oh my god.
I just skip all the text. I never read it.
You wanna go right now?
No, it's good because it's like
Do you
this
wanna go?
awesome adventure, unique like adventure game. Really.
You wanna fight me right now? You notice how everyone, the biggest complaint of Paper Mario 6 Sticker Star, and I agree with them, is the lack of story elements. And
No.
there's no reason to get rid of that. That
They're
ruins the
cheating.
heart and soul of the game. Sticker Star is a shell of what once was something special. And now
No,
it's just a rotting corpse there.
it thrives on what was like if it were the problem with Sticker Star
No, come on.
is that it's segmented. Each level is like one little
What, the
adventure,
linearity?
but it's not too linear.
Yeah,
But
it
they would have
is.
made it so that it's like one big world, like in Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door.
Exactly. That would be,
That would have
you're
been good.
complaining about the linearity, yes.
Well, I mean, it's not super. It's not like super linear or anything.
It's
It's
so
not.
linear.
It's
I
not
hate what they're
too-
doing. I hate what they're doing. They're doing with every game. They feel like it has to be worlds broken up into 1-1, 1-2. They're getting so
I
easy.
honestly, I do hate that. Like the whole world. It's so boring having it segmented into like worlds.
They did the
Like
same thing with freaking
yeah,
3D
like
Land.
bores me to tears with it.
Uh,
Yeah, but it's no really. It's not really that different than like Super Mario Galaxy, like the original one having the station, whatever, the hub world. Like
Yeah.
even hub worlds, I think are kind of boring to me. Like I like having it
like what?
like a Zelda game, like in Ocarina of Time, like the progression, like having Hyrule basically as this hub world, like something a little bit more
Yeah, but
creative or
hub worlds like Delfino Plaza and Super Mario Sunshine
yeah, those
do
those
well.
are better. Those are a little bit more dense, I guess. It's not just I don't know,
Yeah, I think someone.
jumping.
Sorry to cut you off.
Fine.
No, I was just gonna say, I think somebody posted. I might be wrong here, but I think somebody posted on PC Gamer Forum that like, could you imagine like a Super Mario game, but it's just one like open world. Like there's no like you go into level 1 or something. It's just like a huge world. There's a bunch of stars at random places, and
Hmm.
Mhm.
that's
I
it.
honestly think that would be better.
I
I
think
think
that would
that
be
would
really cool.
That'd be a good experiment. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like they Nintendo's starting to fall back on this though, to make like easy game, just have everything set in a formula and just toss together each level like that.
Definitely.
Because like
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of feel maybe Donkey Kong 64 is kind of like that, where I mean I guess there's technically levels, but it doesn't really feel like it.
Mm,
Kind of. It's a little bit closer to it, I guess. Maybe even like a Jack and Daxter. Maybe. Kind of. I don't know.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's a little bit more so. It's less linear, but kind of build off that. But I feel like Mario is kind of like there really aren't too many true platformers like Spyro and Crash and all of that stuff. You know, Jack and Daxter. That's really more of like a giant whoa, oops. Glorified collectathon, really.
Yeah.
But
I think Donkey Kong 64 though is like the biggest collectathon of all.
it is, but
Spyro,
it's
Spyro
kind
Enter
of
the Dragonfly.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Uh, where? How did we get on this? I'm trying to think.
We're talking about we went into God, I don't know. We were talking about okay, we went to like text. You were talking about how you despise text and you're like
Mhm.
too stupid to read. And then we went into like
Yeah.
Paper Mario, and then we went to the world how it sucks, and then went from there, I guess.
But do you think like everything would be better if it was open world or in general, or
Um,
just curious?
no. Like,
I feel like 2D platformers might need it, but RPGs like even if it's 2D like Paper Mario, they really have no excuse. Like I said before, I might have said this on the users or on here, but I said that RPGs like the main benefit of RPGs is the exploration, and like talking in the town, and then when Paper Mario Sticker Star goes ahead and gets rid of true exploration and true story elements and talking in town, then what is the game anymore? I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's the RPG? Especially when, and then they went ahead and like messed up the combat as well. I don't know how they messed up everything, but they messed up the combat because there's no leveling up, so you don't need to fight. You don't have any incentive. I don't know what they did with that game. It's all over the place.
I don't think it's bad. I think they're trying to make it something else because they have Mario and Luigi.
I don't give.
I'm just saying. I think that's why. I think that's the reason.
I don't think
Just
so.
basically the
I think
same.
they've just lost their artistic direction, and they don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Well, I guess before we continue any further, do you want to start Nintendo talk or?
If I had something prepared, but Pestro, do you have a game you'd like to mention?
I do,
Nintendo?
sort of. No, I do have one actually. Actually, when I was trying to come up with games, to be honest, there's so many like Nintendo exclusives that are worth mentioning. But there was one game that I think is criminally underrated, in my opinion. And I know that Pete Doris actually mentioned this game on the podcast.
Wait, let me guess.
Okay. Let's do a guessing game.
Is it on
Mushroom
rails? Is it on
Okay.
rails?
No.
It's
Darn it.
Mushroom Man. Got this.
Oh.
No, it's not a shooting game. No.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. It's on the Super Nintendo.
Plaque.
No. Okay, another hint. Actually, this might give it away, but it's by
Treasure.
It's by
Treasure under G. Oh, wait, not Square. Enix. Did Enix put out with it?
and it's not Dragon Quest.
Yeah. I know they have like a alien game or something like that. What's it called?
No.
They have an alien. I know there's like what is it called? As I go to the internet, that's cheating. Never mind.
Is it a shmup?
No, it's not. It's actually an RPG.
I would have said Treasure Hunter G, but I don't know.
But I guess, okay. I'll say what it is then. It's Evo or Evo. Search for Eden.
Okay, that's what I was trying to think. That's like.
Sure.
No, whoa. No.
That's what he
okay.
says.
Just kidding. But no, just kidding. But I think that's a fantastic game, and it's really expensive nowadays. But I remember like when eBay was kind of like in its, kind of starting out. I remember seeing like boxed copies of this game go for $30, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of money for a boxed Super Nintendo game. But nowadays it's like if you want to get the cartridge alone, I think it's easily $50. So, but anyway, it's a really cool game. I had a friend of mine had it like back in the day. He had the American version imported because, of course, like a lot of Super Nintendo games, it wasn't released in Europe. So he had the imported version, and it like okay. So the basic story, I guess you could say, of the game is that you start off as a fish, swimming around in the water, and you kill other fish, which gives you evolution points, and you can use those evolution points to evolve certain parts of your body, like your jaws, your fins, whatever you would like, and that way you can create sort of like a mutant fish, whatever, like the way you would like it to be, which is pretty cool. And there's a lot of like freedom in terms of the evolution in that game, which is pretty awesome. And there's also like different choices of what you can make, of course. And later on in the game, you gets thrown up on land, and you start to be able to walk. And it just progresses like that. Like you play through the entire evolution of, living entities. And yeah, I think the game ends like when you become a human, if I remember correctly. Spoilers, but
Yeah, I watched a review of this game actually recently.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it looks really, really cool. Like even graphically, I think it looks way better than most Super Nintendo games because it's not very pixely. It's more like a cartoon. Am I right by
Yeah,
saying that? It's
no,
like
you're absolutely right. I too like the visual style. It's really cool, and it's super underrated in my opinion. And it's very unique. Like I can't say that I played a single game apart from this one that's like it. So the only downside though, it's incredibly repetitive. Like it's there's a lot of grinding to just get the evolution points to upgrade to your best fin or whatever to finish a boss and move on. So that's the only downside, but it's really cool.
yeah. I was looking at it though. Like if you isn't it like you progress through levels almost,
Yeah,
where
it
you'll
is.
start as a fish and then like a dinosaur or something like that.
Hmm.
See, that aspect that doesn't kind of
Yeah,
intrigue me, I guess,
yeah, but
because don't you lose everything?
well, the way it works is like at first you're in one world, I guess you could say, where you're a fish per se, and yeah, as you progress to the next world, you lose your like fish abilities, and you become like a dinosaur. You're right, but what's pretty cool though is like there's a lot of like hidden like you can go back to previous stages, and you can unlock like hidden stages and like kind of like Super Mario World in a sense, which is pretty
Mhm.
neat. And it has a lot of freedom, especially later on in the game. Like you can pretty much, evolve into whatever you would like, and you always look like some freak, which is pretty cool. So no, it's cool. That was the game that I'd say it's. I highly recommend. So
All right. Well, for my Nintendo
Nice.
talk, I am gonna say Paper Mario Sticker Star. You see, this game has an incredible art style. I love interacting with the worlds. It has a very interesting combat system where you pick up stickers and you just use them, and they're kind of like the badges in, or not badges, but the
Are you actually being
abilities
serious
in
right now?
previous. What?
Are you actually being serious right now?
What do you mean?
Like, is this a joke?
What? All right, now it's confused. All right, so the real game
There you
is what? Oh,
Oh my
I was gonna.
god. You always say what so awkwardly and never
I do.
answer
I
what I'm
know.
actually asking.
It's my go-to word.
What? What? Okay. Yeah. Those are your
So am I
words.
doing this or?
What? Okay.
Okay, so um, Sonic Generations for the 3DS, an exclusive. Ooh, it is a
Ooh.
2D side scroller, and it's actually fairly short in terms of the actual, like, I guess, story. But we don't play Sonic games for the story. What we play them for is to play the level over and over again until you get an S rank and you get all the.
That's only you.
No, that's how the games. That's how they are designed to be played. Getting an S rank in a Sonic level is the equivalent to getting all the coins in a Mario level. And some
Coins.
Sonic games have like the red coins too, or not coins, but rings. So unfortunately, this game doesn't. It's a little bit gimped. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming because it's different than the other Sonic Generations game, and this also came out when the 3DS wasn't doing so hot. So I'm assuming that's kind of why they maybe rushed it. But it's made by Dimps. They made the original Sonic, let's see, Sonic Advance games and maybe Pocket Color, I think. So, oh, and I'm pretty sure the Game Gear Sonics. So
Hmm.
it's really good graphically. It's a kind of looks like almost like an iOS game, I'd say. Like it has that Sonic 4 kind of look, where it's a little bit polygonal, but it has like a weird it almost looks like a filter on it, where it kind of has like a plasticky look, kind of like maybe like Cameo or Banjo Kazooie on the 360. Kind of has like that.
Like a shiny kind of look.
Yeah, like a shiny. So,
Like a shiny.
but the platforming is the level design is not as good as the, you know, console generations, but it's not bad or anything. It's pretty good. The music is great, and there's a ton of missions I haven't beaten yet because there's like 99 missions or something ridiculous like that. And to unlock a mission, you have to like,
99 missions.
yeah, you have to like spend like 3DS coins. So basically, you can only do 2 a day if you fill up your meter thing all the way. Or you could do it like me and just switch the date every time you walk 1,000 steps. So that's
Wow.
Sonic Generations. It's really good. I like it better than New Super Mario Bros. So I guess if that's saying something, I don't. Maybe. I don't know.
You know, it looks pretty cool though. I've actually been wanting to pick that up for a while because I really like the console Sonic Generations.
Yeah, it's definitely not as good, but
Right.
it's not bad or anything.
Yeah. I also like the extreme fan service that they did with the console version.
Mhm.
Like for example, having like when you're in the house that you can like purchase like songs and whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that they had like music from Knuckles Chaotix playing in the background
Mhm.
while you're buying stuff is just super fan service in my opinion.
Yeah, like the thing is though with this game, it's a different developer. It's Dimps. So they don't have as much stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just
Like
gonna
I
ask.
don't yeah, you can't like play different songs when doing when repeating a level. Like I can't cuz usually what I do, I'll put on some like Metal Harbor or Supersonic Racing or something ridiculous
Yes.
when playing like yeah, Green Hill Zone on the console version, but dude, I don't do that for this one. But they do have like models. It's set up a little bit more like Smash Bros. With like the 3D models and stuff like that. Where I don't believe the console version didn't have that. But it's good. Yeah, you should definitely try it out.
Yeah.
Zach, do you have this game? Is he even here?
Maybe he's listening to Supersonic Racing right now.
He probably is.
Nope, I don't have it.
Okay. Why don't you have it?
I have
Not
it.
even the console version. The console version is the best platformer. Well,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the best
fantastic.
this generation. I think. I think it's better than Galaxy. I'd go that far.
What about Donkey Kong Country Returns, Galaxy 2?
No, nope. This is
Nope, it's worse.
hands
Yeah,
down the
okay.
best. Okay.
It's not the best.
Yes, it is. You haven't played it.
That's
That's
true,
quite
but
crazy.
you also haven't played enough of Returns, Donkey Kong Country Returns.
And that one is pretty good.
It was all right. All right, that's my Nintendo talk. Zach, did you find a game?
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale is my
I-
Nintendo talk.
So mad that I didn't pick that up when it was 1999. Why didn't I pick that up?
I'm glad you didn't. Thank you.
No, this game needs to be supported.
What? Supported?
Why? You want competition for Smash Bros. That's what makes Smash Bros. Better, or it would make Smash Bros. Better. But I'd like to have you. I guess you'd be happy to say this. All Stars did not sell well at all.
Whew.
It really didn't. But
That was
admittedly,
unexpected.
really, I thought it actually would. But
yeah, no.
yeah, the stage designs for All Stars are so terrible looking. They really are. The characters, though, I don't know. It's trying to do a couple things different, but overall, it looks kind of like a gimped version of Smash Bros. Like, I don't even think they have like the models and music and stuff that you can unlock. I think it's just the fighting, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
So, still, I don't.
Dude, but my real game, I'm not sure. Can I break the trend and do a game that now?
Nope.
I feel like if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna run out of like.
Yeah, but I mean,
Really
how
good.
many games do they have? How about this? How about you do WarioWare Smooth Moves?
I'm not gonna do WarioWare Smooth Moves.
How about you do Sonic and the Secret Rings? Rune
No.
Factory Ties of Destiny. Let's see. Wait, I already did that one.
I have a game that's.
Skylanders Spyro's Adventure.
I have a game that I'd like to mention, but it appears on another system.
Elite Beat Agents. You
Mhm.
can't do that then.
Mario Tennis on Game Boy Color.
Deep Labyrinth. Rune Factory. Spectroids. And 1 and 2
Troibs?
and 3.
Spectroids?
Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. Rondo's Swords. I'm giving you suggestions. The
Wow.
Dragon.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
there's so few games though that appears in multiple systems, so
Mhm.
it's hard to guess.
Opuna. Red Steel 2. Paper Mario. All right, so I'd like to thank you all for listening.
Get out of here.
Podcast.
Have you ever, we'll just say this isn't my Nintendo Talk recommendation, but I'm just gonna randomly talk about this game at the time that it happens to be Nintendo Talk and not mention another game.
How about Billy Hatcher?
How about
Pigman. Donkey
shut your
Kong.
face?
Not even Crystal Chronicles? All right. Okay, so again, I'd like to thank you
So,
all. yeah.
have either of you played the Pirates of Dark Water on the Super Nintendo?
A game. I've seen videos of it, and that looks. I would never play that, honestly. Is that an exclusive?
It's not.
Huh.
But I just thought I'd bring it up at this time. You know,
Nice.
completely coincidental, but
Is it good though?
maybe it's just the nostalgia getting in the way, but I
Like,
really love that game. That's what I grew up with. I used to play with my brother and sister a lot. It's a really nice beat 'em up. I actually haven't played.
Beat 'em up?
Stop with the microphone moving around. It's a beat 'em. Oh. I don't play many beat 'em ups, but I think it's a really cool one. Like, it's an interesting world. Like, there's like 3 different characters you could choose from. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and
Yep. Have a nice day. You can find me on Twitter,
no, that's not how it works.
iTunes. Hey, listen.
No,
that is
you don't know.
capital HEY, comma, space, capital LISTEN, exclamation mark. Look us up. And you can also find Pestro at some places if he wants to plug.
Sure. Well, Pete's Gamer Forum, shmups.system11.org, YouTube. I think, yeah.
Wow.
Actually, yeah, I'm also on the Streets of Rage remake forums.
Wow.
But that's
You're
pretty
too hardcore for us.
Yes.
Is there really a remake?
Yeah, no, it was actually a fan game that was released in.
And then taken down or something like that?
Yeah, within 2 weeks.
Couldn't
But,
they just like re-upload it though? I mean, like, what would happen?
You know, there is something called copyright laws, so
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's really gonna happen? I mean, here's what
Death.
I would do: put the game on a flash drive, go to your local library, and upload it from there. It's not your IP address. They don't know what's going on, and
well, I mean, if you
there.
really want to find it, though, I mean, I'm sure
Uh-huh.
there's ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, I was actually following that project for a while, and then yeah, it's really good, to be honest. I would say actually it was one of my most played games of 2012, even more so than Skyrim actually in playing time.
And was it free?
It was free, yeah. It's kind of like well, it has you know, like I assume that you guys have played the Streets of Rage games, or
Yep.
yeah. So you know, like sometimes when you get to a part, like there's a go arrow.
Hmm.
Yeah, here the go arrow will point in like different directions. So you can jump onto like multiple paths. So you can jump on from like a path in another Streets of Rage games, and it has like all three games, of course, and new levels. They added levels from the beta Streets of Rage games,
Mhm.
and it has like a ton of content, to be honest. Like it has unlockables, like so many different types of them, and you can customize the game to however you would like. For example, do you want like the hit detection to be like Streets of Rage 1, 2, or 3? Do you want like the combo system to be like 1, 2, and 3? Like you can customize like everything to make it like your favorite. Like you can pick and choose what you like from each game separately and combine it into one, and it's just amazing. And the soundtrack to that game is also phenomenal. It contains a lot of remakes that fans have made over the years, and it's yeah, like I said, it was one of my most played games of 2012, and it's amazing. So
Nice plug.
Zach.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at ZRPG. I'm also on YouTube at ZRPG Revamped. I'm on PC Gamer Forum, Pokemon ZRPG. I'm also on Backloggery, Pokemon ZRPG. MediaSlawZ.wordpress.com. I've got this podcast Twitter at HeyListenPod. And you can download us on iTunes now, supposedly.
It works. I tried it.
Did that new episode upload
Yes,
already?
it did.
Wow.
Definitely did.
We're on the up
Wait,
and
the
up.
new episode that I just did now?
Yes.
Let's check.
Oh god, you didn't check anything.
Library will not open. How about you check?
Nope.
What? It won't. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Clicking it. And it was
Oh, there
episode
it is.
18.
There it is. Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Yep, I see it.
Nice. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's gonna take 60, 70 minutes to download it. Okay.
All right.
But yeah. Do we want to tell them what to expect next week or not?
I don't even know what to expect next week. What's happening next week?
Kind of. Yeah, I've kind of been planning it.
Ah.
Does
No,
Pestro
hush,
even know?
hush. Hush,
No,
hush.
I don't. No.
Okay, I'll spoil it. There is going to be. Do you need a cough drop?
So next week you can expect a nice special episode featuring some friends in a certain crossover episode which we've been hinting at for a long time.
Nice.
It
This
may
should
or
be
may
something
not
epic.
be with our competitors.
We tied them in something.
It's the users.
You got and spoiled it.
Whoops, I'll edit that out. I'll put like a little beat there.
It's
It's the toasty. Something like that. I'll put that in there.
the toasty.
Toasty, you know? Have you not played Mortal Kombat 2?
You're not gonna edit anything.
I'm not at all.
You stopped editing. You used to actually edit, and then now you're turning into a better form of LMG when it comes to editing.
Have you ever edited a podcast?
I made that little teaser thing that one
It
time.
is, imagine that, but on a larger scale.
You know what? That's not actually. I don't know. I feel like there's not that much you really need to take out most of the time, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Is that an episode? And I'm assuming that's a yes.
You can put that sound in place of it. Why is my text tone crickets? What?
All right.
I want this as my text tone.
Say bye, guys. Wave to the camera.
We're not Operation Kill Screen, and we're not.
Yeah, but they have such a fantastic outro. They know how to end it. I don't. I just kind of like, all right, well, now what do we do? We've plugged each other, so
The
does
dog goes woof, 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 woof. The cow goes moo, 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 moo. The duck goes quack, 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 quack. And the little mouse says squeak, 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 squeak. These are the sounds that the animals make. These are the sounds that the animals make.
and we're done. Now what?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
It was great. So
I'd like to think so. I don't really know. This was a longer episode. Wow.
How long?
It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes or something like that. What
It's
are we
not
at?
3 hours though.
It's just about 3 hours, so let's
Not
not.
3 hours though.
Good thing I had midterms, so now I was actually able to do a extended episode, I guess. Or else I prefer like the whole hour and a half mark.
Oh,
That's my thing.
the one on Saturday is definitely going to be an extended one.
That is
Nice.
going to be interesting.
good luck also.
Yeah.
That is, I'm sure well, actually, never mind. It starts at 8 or 9, so I should be good. I'm going to pass out. Something is going to happen. And I am not going to be comfortable.
Who's gonna make the questions though?
I don't even know. So, oh, yeah, Zop.
We're bringing in Zavin.
Oh, okay. See, I was expecting Botsa.
You know, Botsa-
Only Sega questions.
Batsa keeps freaking like pushing for it, but I want him to be answering stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not letting him get out of this.
Nice.
He's like, but I have a book. I can read from the book if you need me to. But Zavin's like really excited about doing it, so.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, he has questions in abundance, so I'm sure it'll be great. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, one can't make it. One can't make it.
no
Yeah,
names.
but he's never there. LMG is never.
Not to name names or anything,
Right.
but you know Pegasus, he's just never there.
Yeah, he is. Have you seen?
I mean, like
Have you
Chronolink,
listened?
he's almost never there. Not to name names or anything, but Batsabrand, I don't think he's gonna be there. So
Then-
basically, the special is just gonna be me and Cole.
It's going to be great.
Nice.
It's the crossover episode, but no one
Skype-
from the users is there.
Skype is going to crash because I'm going to be recording it. Well, actually, I can't. You probably shouldn't have me record it.
Why not?
Because then we have to. I'm 2 people, remember? So if there's 2. How many people are going to be there? There's going to be like, what, a
It's
million?
not that many. That's not much more than they usually have.
That's 3 more people.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's me, you, and other me.
Yeah, but they also have a guest usually, and sometimes they have LMG, so that makes up for most of it.
But LMG's always on, though. He's always recording, right?
Oh yeah, there you go. So they have LMG and a guest. So
Yeah, but if he's recording it,
sometimes 2
should
guests,
I record it?
sometimes 5 guests even. But yes, you should record it actually.
We'll see how this goes.
Both of our podcasts have to post it.
Yeah, but can he?
Oh yeah, that's
Can
true.
I use his link or something? I mean,
You know what? Whenever they record, it seems to never work out well.
all right. So we'll do this. We got this.
You know what? Like we should make it so they name their episode "The Users X Hey Listen," and ours will be called "Hey Listen X The Users."
I'm gonna make it. No, then I'm gonna send you like the image. It's gonna be something completely different.
You have to. This one you have to actually make it like really epic.
Like, all right.
Just put like
Speaking of Beth, what?
you can
What?
make what?
I'm so confused now.
You
What
can
do you
make,
mean epic?
yeah, you can make like a really epic image since it's gonna be the ultimate crossover episode. You could have like, hold on, let me look up something.
Oh,
I'm gonna look up what something looks like, see if it would work for a concept.
see ya.
Hold on.
Well, all right.
What?
These are the sounds of the
Hey,
animals make.
you could do something like a Street Fighter X Tekken style, like cover image, where you have the
I got
Haleston.
this. All right, I'm gonna make this.
Do it, and then you have ooh, you could have like LMG in the background, Obi-Wan style, and then you can have Zavin up in the front, like if only he had like an actual like image, like a person though, that could signify him as something. But he could be the commander in the front of everything. And then you have two of us on one side and the three of them on the other side.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna work because there are more than you guys. So how
I know,
how
but
is that gonna be an even fight?
first we were planning on doing 3 versus 3 if LMG was going to be there, and we were just going to randomize the teams.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't even matter, but now LMG's not going to be there, so it's going to be 5, so we might just have to do like every man for himself kind of thing.
Nice.
Because 5, there's not much you can do with it. Cole said we could still try 3 versus 2, but yeah, it would be a bit overkill. We would fail miserably. So Cole, you're working on that image already?
Yeah, I wanted to do something. I had an idea, and I don't want to forget it.
Make it epic. Don't make it Kid Icarus image again. It's just Kid
You know
Icarus
what?
of the year.
I'm gonna put Pit in there just to spite you.
No. That's the most. Has to be the most epic of epicness. No.
What
And
does
don't
that
forget
even mean?
don't forget
Wait
to
a
add a
second.
cat somewhere as well.
Add a what?
Add a cat somewhere.
The kitten.
Yeah.
You know what? If only I had this expertise that Cole has, then I would do it. He's probably doing something completely different right now.
No, I think Hey Listen Cross the users is pretty good.
Yeah.
You could just take like the avatars of everyone and like use like a sticker figure.
The problem is I don't have pictures of Chronolink, bots, or LMG or Pegasus, I guess. So
Just take their avatar.
The profile pictures you could do.
for bots, I'm just gonna have like a black figure with like a question mark in it or something, and then LMG. I don't know. I'll draw Australia with like a cape or something on it.
You could.
No.
I know what you could do. Maybe you could have like some sort of reference since they've all been on the podcast in some way. You could have some sort of reference to their episode or something. Like wasn't Batsa on the episode with like Kylos or Tony, or is that was that a different one?
No, it was Kylos.
Yeah. Didn't you have like a weird picture for that one? One that represented him that was really weird because he gave us like an image that time.
Yeah, some like fat kid or girl or something.
Gregory Batza.
But you could
Is
always
this-
take a kangaroo for LMG. So
Kangaroo, yeah.
Let's see,
Just a whole continent of Australia
What
just
do I have?
pasted on there.
That's actually I don't know, something like that.
No, you should have him looming in the background though, since he's not actually gonna be there.
Podcast
Cole, you listening to me?
and
Cole,
huh?
you should have LMG like looming in the background.
And I'm gonna stop the recording now. Wait, should I? The problem is it's making my thing run slow. I feel like.
Stop the recording. Yes. We're not.
Sorry,
gonna-
people. He's making me
Don't
stop
include
it.
this. Don't include this stuff on there. This is stuff you actually don't want to include on there.